If you feel like you've tried all the things for your milk supply, teas, cookies, special pumping schedules from TikTok, and you're still worried that you have low supply, this video is for you. We're going to talk about what real low supply actually is, the small number of things that actually work, and the popular fixes that end up wasting your time and energy. So you can stop guessing, stop blaming yourself, and start making decisions that make sense for you and your baby. I'm Amber Ginn. I'm a board-certified lactation consultant and the founder of the Latch, where we help moms move from confused and overwhelmed to confident in how they feed their baby. We talk to moms every single day who are convinced that they have low supply, and a huge percentage of them actually don't. And then I also see moms who truly do have low supply, and they've been told for months to just drink more water and eat oatmeal while they're suffering. So in this video, I want to give you clarity. First thing we have to clear up, there's a difference between true low milk supply and what we call perceived low supply. Perceived low supply is when your baby is actually gaining well, diapers look good, but you feel like there isn't enough because your breast feels softer, the baby wants to feed more often, or you don't pump as much as someone you saw on Instagram. Those things can feel scary, but they do not automatically mean low supply. True low supply is when your baby is not gaining weight appropriately or starts dropping percentiles, or we see consistently low diapers. And when we look closely at feeds and pumping, there really isn't enough milk being removed or produced. Sometimes that's because of how milk is being removed, sometimes it's due to a medical reason or something going on with your baby. But before we rush into any conclusions, we have to ask, is this really a true low supply problem, or is this an easily fixable perception problem? Let's talk about the part you actually came for, what works. The unsexy truth is that milk supply is mostly about signal and response. Your body makes milk in response to milk being removed. So the big levers we have are remove milk more often, remove milk more effectively, fix the blockages in that system, and address underlying medical issues when they're present. So let's break those down. If your baby is going long stretches between feeds in the early weeks, or you're skipping a lot of feeds at the breast without pumping, your body is getting the message, we don't need that much milk. So some quick but impactful changes can be offering the breast more frequently, especially in the early weeks, and avoiding long stretches without any breast or pump stimulation, unless you and your provider have a specific plan. This does not mean you have to nurse 24/7 forever. It means that when we're trying to send a make more milk signal, the frequency with which we remove milk matters. If your baby is latch shallow, falling asleep instantly, or popping off constantly, they may not be removing milk well, even if they're breastfeeding all day. If you're pumping with the wrong flange size, low suction, or a schedule that doesn't match your body, you might not be emptying the breasts as well as you can. So here we look at latch and positioning, your baby's suck and swallow pattern, pump fit and settings, whether you're actually getting close to empty at least some of the time. The biggest one in that list is flange fit. Measure the tip of your nipple, add 2 to 4 millimeters, and that's your starting size. Getting that right alone can change your output significantly. Better milk removal often means better milk production. Sometimes the issue is not your body's ability to make milk, but things that interfere with your body's ability to produce it. Things like nipple pain that makes you dread your feeds, tongue or lip tie affecting transfer, strict schedules that ignore your baby's hunger cues, supplementing big bottles without protecting supply with pumping. We don't fix low supply by white knuckling through what feels like torture. We fix it by making it easier and more comfortable for your body to do what it's trying to do. Now, there are real medical conditions that can impact supply. Certain hormonal issues like thyroid problems or PCOS, significant blood loss at birth, previous breast surgeries, or insufficient glandular tissue. If any of those are on the table, I want you working with your medical provider and a lactation consultant, because then our goal might shift from exclusive breastfeeding at all costs to protect your mental health, protect your baby's growth, and get you as much breast milk as is realistic for your body. That is still success. Okay, if you're watching this thinking, I need someone to actually look at my latch, my pump output, and my history, that is exactly what we do here at the Latch Link every day. If you have Aetna, Anthem, Cigna, or Blue Cross or Blue Shield, there's a good chance your insurance will cover virtual lactation care with my team. You can check your coverage and book a visit by clicking the first link in the description. All right, now let's talk about the fun part, what's mostly a waste of your time. Now, there are a few things that can be helpful in addition to good management, but they are not magic. And trying them instead of fixing the basics usually just leaves you frustrated. Let's hit a few. Herbal supplements or teas. They are a great last layer. Get milk removal dialed in, get your nutrition and hydration in order, and then if you want to add herbal support, there are a few things that actually have some evidence behind them. Lactation cookies as a primary strategy. Cookies are snacks. If you like them, great, but they're not going to override a poor latch or a baby who rarely nurses. Chugging a gallon of water an hour. Hydration matters, but once you're reasonably hydrated, hydrated, more water does not equal more milk. It just equals more bathroom trips. Obsessing over magic foods, staying well hydrated with mineralized liquids, electrolytes, soups, and nutrient-dense foods genuinely does support your body. The problem is when moms treat these things as the solution instead of part of the foundation. A body armor is not going to save a bad latch, but drinking it instead of plain water all day, that actually is a smart move. The hard truth is that as well as these products are marketed, the tough behavioral changes are what beat products when it comes to supply. That doesn't mean you did anything wrong if you bought the stuff. It just means we want to put your energy into the things that have the biggest return. There's another group of moms I really want to speak to. These are the moms who have done everything. Fed frequently, pumped on a schedule, fixed the latch, tried medications or herbs under guidance, and their body still does not produce enough milk to fully meet their baby's needs. If that's you, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not a failure. Sometimes, despite perfect management, true low supply still exists because of underlying factors we can't completely fix. In those cases, success might look like partial breastfeeding plus formula, pumping what you can and letting that be enough, prioritizing your mental health and sleep so you can show up for your baby. Feeding your baby in whatever way that keeps them growing and keeps you functioning is not a consolation prize. It is good parenting. So what do you actually do after watching this? Here's a simple framework. Number one, check the facts before assuming you have a supply problem. Look at diapers and recent weights with your pediatric provider. Get clear on whether there is an actual growth concern or mostly anxiety. Number two, check how milk is being removed. Is your baby nursing often enough? Are feeds effective? Is pumping comfortable and productive? If you're not sure, this is where an IBCLC can be life-changing. Number three, fix the easiest friction first. That might be latch tweaks, better positioning, adjusting your pumping setup, or creating a realistic feeding plan that doesn't crush your mental health. Number four, if needed, investigate medical factors. Ask your provider about labs or history that could impact supply and get a plan together with the right team. Number five, redefine success based on your reality, not Instagram. Exclusive breastfeeding is one version of success. So is combo feeding with peace. So is switching fully to formula to protect your mental health. Your baby needs a cared for mom more than they need a specific feeding method. If you're sitting there thinking, okay, I need help applying this to my situation, we would love to support you. If you have Aetna, Anthem, Cigna, or Blue Cross Blue Shield, you may qualify for free virtual lactation care through your insurance. You already pay for that benefit. Please use it. Click the first link in the description to check your insurance coverage in just a couple of minutes and book a one-on-one virtual visit with my team. We'll look at your feeds, your goals, your mental health, and make a plan that actually fits your life. If this video helped you feel a little less panicked about milk supply, hit subscribe and share it with another mom who could use this. Trust yourself, trust your baby, and remember, you never have to do this alone.